welcome. I'm Shivani Singh. Donald Trump has always viewed the world through the eyes of a developer. To him, nations aren't just sovereign entities, they are assets. And the biggest asset on his radar is the world's largest island, Greenland. In 2019, he floated the idea and the world laughed. Denmark called it absurd. But in 2026, with Trump back in the White House, the laughter has stopped. The proposal is back and it's more detailed. It is now being framed as a matter of national security. But let's look past the flags and past the rhetoric. Let's look at the checkbook. How much would Greenland actually cost the American taxpayer? And more importantly, is it a bargain or a billion-dollar blunder? Today, we break down the price of a country. Let's start with the purchase price. There's no Zillow for countries, but historians and economists have done the math. When the US bought Alaska from Russia in 1867, it paid $7.2 million. When it bought the Virgin Islands from Denmark in 1917, it paid $25 million. For Greenland, the estimates are all over the map. The budget estimate is that some experts are suggesting a one-time payment of $500 million to $1 billion for the land rights. And what's the market estimate? If you factor in the $1.7 trillion worth of minerals under the ice, some analysts say the price could soar to $1 trillion. But it's not just a one-time swipe of the card. Greenland is currently a massive financial drain on Denmark as well. Copenhagen sends $600 million grant every single year to Nuuk to keep the lights on, to keep the schools running and the fishing boats moving. If Washington takes over, that $600 million annual bill becomes yours bill for the Americans. It would be an immediate, permanent addition to the US federal deficit. Why is Trump so obsessed? It's not about the scenery, it's about three things: minerals, missiles and maps. Rare earth minerals. Greenland sits on massive deposits of minerals you need for EV batteries and F-35 fighter jets. Currently, China controls 90% of the market. Greenland is the Western Hemisphere's escape route from Chinese tech dominance. The strategic depth. The Pitofik space base, formerly the Thule, is already there. It is the northernmost US military installation. Owning the island would allow the US to turn the entire territory into an unsinkable aircraft carrier in the Arctic. It's also the new Suez. As the ice melts, the Northwest Passage is opening up. Whoever controls Greenland controls the shortest shipping route between the Atlantic and the Pacific. So how does he intend to pay for it? The Trump administration isn't just talking to the Danish government. They are reportedly looking at a direct dividend model. The idea? Create a $100 billion Greenland fund. Part of this would go to Denmark as a severance package, and part of it would be paid directly to the 56,000 citizens of Greenland. If you offer every Greenlander a dividend similar to the Alaska Permanent Fund, which was say $20,000 to $50,000 a year, you bypass the politicians in Copenhagen and go straight to the voters in Nuuk. It's real estate diplomacy at its most raw. But here is the reality check. Denmark's Prime Minister, Mette Frederiksen, hasn't changed her mind. To her, Greenland isn't a commodity, it's a part of the Danish family. Moreover, international law has moved on since 1867. You simply cannot buy a people. Under the UN Charter, Greenlanders have the right to self-determination. They have been moving towards independence, not a change of landlords. So for the US, the cost might not just be financial. It could be the total collapse of its relationship with its European allies. If the US can buy Greenland, what's to stop China from trying to buy an island in the Caribbean? It's a precedent that would dismantle the modern international order. Donald Trump wants to be the president who completed the map of the United States. To him, $1 trillion is a small price to pay for Arctic dominance. But for the Americans, the cost isn't just the trillions in the purchase price or the billions in the annual subsidies. The real cost is the diplomatic fallout of a 19th century land grab in a 21st century world. Greenland is open for business, but as the Danes keep saying, it is not for sale. Thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.